EA Sports. It's in the game.
Good evening, I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the MGM Grand here on the Vegas Strip in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. For tonight's main event, 12 rounds of welterweight action between Sugar Ray Leonard and Sugar Shane Mosley. Sugar Ray Leonard's ring walk, something special in the air. You can just sense it out of him. Shane Mosley's ring walks have become the stuff of legend, and you can see the intensity on his face.
Fighting out of the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Sugar and his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, Mosley.
All right, guys, remember this. Obey my commands at all times. Now let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up.
Everybody's been waiting for these two to meet up. Now they do, as round one is underway.
When a high-stamina fighter is fighting another guy who's very well-conditioned, is there any tendency for maybe some doubts to creep into his mind?
Yeah, there always are, because you always want to have the edge. We're human beings. Boxers are no different. They want to say they have a little edge in that area, but they need to know that this is exactly what they're ready to do.
Sugar Shane blocks that punch. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Sugar Ray Leonard. There it is! Oh, that's a crushing counter punch by Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray blocks that punch. A stinging counter punch after some fine defense by Sugar Shane. Whatever game plan and strategy they may have come in with, Teddy, they may have just thrown it out the window. They're trading blows nonstop in the round one.
Everything's been thrown out the window. Everything in the room is going out the window, and we love it.
Always good to broadcast a Shane Mosley fight. Teddy, what are we going to see out of him?
You know what you usually see out of him? Everyone thinks you see speed. You're going to see speed, but a strong fighter, a physical fighter, a guy who loves to go to the body, a guy who likes to kind of look to break you down, likes to be the boss, likes to walk forward a little bit.
For much of his career, Shane Mosley has been trained by his father.
And that can be tumultuous. That can be a double-edged sword. You have a lot of guys that are successful, and then what is really success? Is it having a relationship afterwards? Because sometimes the professional part erodes the personal part.
Good way to protect the midsection. His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. Just 10 seconds to go in this round.
Hands up, man. Hands up. Up and down, side to side. You gotta fight. You gotta throw more. Don't worry about it. The swelling is not.
Certainly, don't stand in front of it. You just focus on the fight. We'll take care of the swelling. Get on that. Get on that.
Here we go. Round 2 is underway. Shane Mosley's corner will really need to get after that swelling. Sugar Ray Leonard's defense did a good job there, able to avoid that punch.
Up and down, side to side.
Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. Able to get rid of that one. How about a return to sender with the left hand? Very nice defensive guard there. Leonard blocks that punch. Shane Mosley from Pomona, California, and his career aligns and parallels with another Southern California fighter, and that, of course, is Oscar De La Hoya. So even though Shane has been one of the best of his generation, just a little bit in the shadow of a fellow Southern California fighter.
Yes, that's true. I mean, he has the name Sugar Shane Mosley, but he has a fighter who was a terrific amateur just like him, even a better amateur. He won gold medal in the Olympics and has a name that can catch up to Sugar Shane. And of course, that's the golden boy, Oscar De La Hoya.
Of course, Shane Mosley is the only boxer who has beaten Oscar De La Hoya 2 times in his career.
Yeah, well, he can match up real well. He's just as fast as De La Hoya, maybe even faster than him.
Oh! Sugar Shane Mosley stunned and staggered.
Come on, guys, keep apart. Punch it out. Come on, punch it out.
Excellent counterpunch by Mosley. Parries that punch away. Comes right back with some offense of his own. And this round comes to an end. A round that was highly entertaining. They put forth a non-stop effort.
Well, that's the styles that they figured to bring to this fight. Both guys with good motors.
All right, listen. You need to create more punches, okay? Slip this punch and thrust straight right down the middle. You gotta give me the double jab. You're not giving me the...
So here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, he got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer to that so it doesn't happen again.
What a good counterpunch by Sugar Shane.
You need to block.
Keep working the jab.
Blocks that belt line well. Blocks it away.
Keep the head moving.
Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. Able to dismiss that body shot. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Sugar Ray Leonard. Well, nowadays we have so many different weight classes. Used to be only 8 weight classes. Now with all the super and juniors attached to every weight class, you can go up and down the scale with ease throughout your career. Is that good for the game?
No, I don't really think it is, because you're making it too easy for the fighters. You know, I'm not saying that it's not good that they have an alternate to a weight class, but a lot of times when you make things easy, they're going to go for the path that is easier. In other words, somebody should be a middleweight. Now all of a sudden they're going to be a light heavyweight. They're going to be a super middleweight, where with a little discipline, they would have fit into that middleweight frame. It wasn't that they couldn't make it. Now you make it so easy, they don't want to make it.
Sugar Shane Mosley is now in a position where he may not even realize it, but the eye is getting worse. Still, he fights on.
He behaves like a fighter, and that's the greatest asset you have. It's not your jab, it's not your hook, it's not your power, it's not your footwork. It's your ability to behave like a fighter when you have to. He's doing that right now.
Unable to get to Mosley that time, he blocked it. Sugar Ray Leonard's proving to be elusive. His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. 10 clicks of the talk.
Don't stay in one spot. Circle.
And this round comes to an end. It is a round that was highly entertaining. These guys really put forth quite an effort.
Well, they both have high engines. They have motors that never stop going.
Listen, your best defense is to throw more punches. You need to throw more punches. That will keep him away. Let's get on that swelling. Get on the swelling.
Here we go with the 4th round. Sugar Ray showing defense, able to block that punch. Shane Mosley's cut is on the cheek, and you can see that it's bothering him a bit right now. That's something we'll keep our eye on. Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. Protecting his head well with his guard. Nice block by Mosley. Everybody found so much out about Sugar Ray Leonard on that night back in 1981 when he came up with the 14th round TKO of Tommy the Hitman Hearns. Remember Dundee that night? Remember Angelo Dundee in the corner of Sugar Ray Leonard?
Yeah, he said, "You're blowing it, kid." And of course, he was right, and he responded to that. Sugar Ray Leonard, in that fight, he had to deal with 2 fights. You know, early on, he was dealing with Tommy Hearns, this real big guy, this puncher. He had to box a little bit, and then later on, Hearns got hurt, started moving, and then Leonard had to be the executioner. He had to all of a sudden go after a guy that he thought he was going to be boxing all night.
Able to dismiss that body shot. Dismisses his opponent's headshot. And this could cost him the night. You never know what effect it can have, but there's a cut above the eye.
And he was having enough trouble getting away from punches. This just adds to his problems.
Oh, Sugar Ray Leonard's legs look shaky. He was hurt.
Punch it out, guys.
SRL getting rid of that punch. Solid counter punch by Sugar Shane. Sugar Shane Mosley is now battling two opponents. The guy standing opposite him trying to punch him, and his eyes swelling.
Yeah, he can't see what's coming at him right now.
10 seconds to go in the fourth. Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. Looks like he has some blood under his eye, around the cheek.
Get the compress on that.
Carry it away, you catch him. You got that? It's gonna happen. You're gonna catch him. You're gonna catch him. Listen.
Back to fight action as a new round is underway. Of course, in that last round, it was fairly one-sided. He was hit pretty hard, and now he has to overcome that here.
Yeah, you don't have to be Nostradamus to know that. I mean, everybody saw, you know, he got staggered, his knees buckled, did a little dance there. But what you have to really know now is know why you got hit and correct that immediately.
SRL getting rid of that punch. Well, his opponent is opening up and coming forward, so I would think there are some opportunities that exist.
Yeah, I think some counter-punching opportunities. Opportunities not on the front end, but on the back end.
Very clean offense from defense by Sugar Shane. Nice exchange. Both right hands landed. Wow! Shane Mosley stunned, and he is hurt. And Shane Mosley is tagged, and now he's clinching.
And you know, he's a guy that's used to being on the attack, on the offense. So now he has to go into an area that's really not familiar for him. A defensive area, a survival place.
He was stunned and staggered moments ago. Now he's right back in the fight, looking pretty good.
Yeah, some guys take a little longer to recover. One of his strengths is he recovers real fast.
Sugar Ray blocks that punch. Took a shot, now he gives a left. Both men trading hooks. Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both guys giving their all back and forth.
It doesn't get much better.
Throws a counter punch there. He gets hit, but he gives it right back. Unable to get to Mosley that time. He blocked it. Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. Well off the mark by Sugar Shane. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Sugar Ray Leonard.
Move your head.
Comes right back at him with a left hand. The end to another very entertaining round in what has been a very entertaining fight. A fight where there's just bad intentions. The fight that just doesn't have the feel of a fight that's going to be a decision win for somebody. Looks like somebody's going to get stopped.
Right from the beginning, they've been fighting with desperation. Like going the decision, as you just touched on, has not been in their minds at all.
Listen, I want you to pick his jab. That's right. Pick his jab. When he throws the jab, we'll take care of the swelling. Just focus on the fight and we'll take care of the swelling.
Another round. Will it go in another one-way direction? It's been a one-sided fight so far tonight. His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him.
Let's see some more head movement.
Nice strike after catching one by Sugar Ray Leonard. That was not well targeted by Mosley. Shane Mosley's struggling ever since he got stunned earlier in this fight. Teddy, what's the answer here?
Well, the answer right now is to recover a little bit. He doesn't have to worry about winning this round. He just wants to survive the round, tie him up a little bit, and get those cobwebs out of his mind, out of his head.
Leonard blocks that punch. They are bringing out the best in each other. I mean, you can just tell when they meet up in the middle of this ring, they're bringing out the best in each other. And now he's acting like a fighter. Coming back with the right hand after getting scored upon. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Sugar Ray Leonard. Able to dismiss that body shot. Good block by Mosley. The tactical game paying off. You can see the counter punch.
Yeah, you see the counter punch, but you know what I see? I see a little tentativeness now in him because he's afraid to let anything go, because when he misses, bang, it gets caught.
It is unbelievable to sit back and just watch what these guys are willing to give and to take. Wow, what a fight so far.
Well, give and take, that's the key word. Sometimes you're forced to become great. And right now, each one of them are forcing the other to go to great places.
Keep moving.
Coming to the end of this round. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, a round like that where it's a lot of busy activity and both guys being busy. When you were a trainer, are those the kind of rounds that you prefer, or do you like the pace to be a little slower? Does it depend on each guy?
No, if I have a fight, I'd rather have a guy fighting a guy that you never see him. Leave me the heck alone. And where I'm in control all the time. But the fans love to see a fight like that.
That was good. You took a lot out of him that round. Keep that up. Let's get on that swell. Get the compress on that.
6 rounds in the books, 6 to go. great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Sugar Ray Leonard. Nice block by Sugar Shane. He just missed that shot up top. Shane Mosley's leaving himself wide open there. You just can't do that.
Well, you can do it, but you're going to get paid. You're going to eat some leather. You're going to get punched in the mouth. That's going to happen.
Oh, and there you go. Sugar Ray Leonard's in a bad place right now. He was tagged.
Come on now, work it out.
Very nice defensive guard there. He took a shot, but he came back with a right hand of his own. This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, with special offensive happening in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. Good defensive skill with the block by Mosley. Mosley able to block that punch. That was not well targeted by Sugar Shane. Takes one but gives one. Good work by Sugar Ray Leonard. A headshot blocked. Blocks that punch. So we come to the end of the round. And that was a round that was very productive for him. Now he heads back to his corner. And they're going to try to repeat the success they just had, I'm sure.
Yes, he hurt his opponent there. He's going to want to go back to what he was doing and remember what set up those big shots.
Keep your hands up, all right? You have to keep your hands up. Get the compress on, get the compress on that. Let's work on the swelling. Can we work on the swelling?
Back to action here at the start of this round. That last round was very interesting because it was the kind of round that can turn a fight in a completely new direction. He did well.
Yeah, you know, the old-time saying was bad start, good finish. Well, that's what he's hoping for, good finish.
What a good counter punch by Sugar Shane. Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. Good defense, just covering up down low. He missed with that headshot. Distance, such a key factor always, Teddy, when it comes to defense. With his good foot movement, he's been keeping that distance. His opponent, how does he close that gap properly?
Well, first of all, he's got to use his jab to close it because he's getting picked off coming in. He's getting pot-shotted. So he's got to have something coming at his opponent that keeps him distracted. Use that jab. Now, don't use it conventionally, Joe. You're jabbing at the head, you're not finding nothing. You're just finding space. So jab a little lower. Drop the sights a little bit. Jab at his chest. just so you touch something, and then you can work your way in. You can start to find them a little.
Wow! Shane Mosley's in a bad place right now. He was tagged.
Come on now.
Blocks the headshot. Good stuff in the opening 2 minutes. A minute to go in this round. Not what he was looking for. That's a miss right there by Sugar Shane. Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
So you remember the time you were on a vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Oh, and they decide to trade there. Shane Mosley's cut is on the cheek, and you can see that it's bothering him a bit right now. That's something we'll keep our eye on.
Throws the jab, bury it away, and he'll pop it. Angle. Got that. It's gonna happen. It's gonna answer. Look, he's standing straight up. Move that fire. And he...
No time. He's got nothing left, okay? Just go for the head. Knock him out. It's done. You won that round, all right?
So here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, he got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer to that so it doesn't happen again.
Oh, that's gotta hurt. Sugar Ray Leonard's almost out of it there. He was stunned. Teddy, he may go down just by stumbling the way he's bumbling around this ring.
Well, he's got to stop moving. Actually, you never want to fight on the ropes. This is one time he probably needs to be on the ropes just to steady him and then move his head a little bit. That might be his only shot.
Parries that punch intended for the head. He got hit. Oh, now the uppercut. Good job protecting himself. Needs to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshot. Good block there by Sugar Shane. A crafty counterpunch after a fine defensive effort by Mosley. Well, here's the way we see it. He's down on the scorecards, has to have the knockout to win it.
Yeah, and he has to understand that. You know, the main thing is he hasn't given in. You know, he's still there trying, but he's in a desperate place. So what he has to do now is look for one spot. He remembers maybe something he saw early in the night where the guy pulls out his hand down a little bit, and maybe he can time him stepping out.
Mosley's making for a very inviting target right now. That cut is much worse than it was just moments ago.
What he has to do is he's got to be elusive right now. He's got to get on his horse a little bit and give those medicines that were put into the cut a chance to work a little bit, but also he's got to slow his opponent down. Catch him with something so he doesn't keep going after that eye.
Teddy, making predictions in boxing is often a dangerous task, but I'll make one right here that seems pretty obvious to me as we come to the end of that round here. This fight is going to be a brutal display as long as it lasts.
It's kind of like going and watching that home run contest. Nobody's trying to hit singles or doubles. You know they're all going for the fences.
Don't let him breathe. He's hurt. Get him in this round. Relax. Relax. You're doing great. Keep the pressure on him. Keep it on him. No need to get excited.
Back to fight action as a new round is underway. Of course, in that last round, it was fairly one-sided. He was hit pretty hard, and now he has to overcome that here.
Yeah, you don't have to be Nostradamus to know that. I mean, everybody saw, you know, he got staggered, his knees buckled, did a little dance there. But what you have to really know now is know why you got hit and correct that immediately.
His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him.
What about his opponent in a spot like this? I mean, here you got to your guy earlier, you did some damage, but now he's fighting with such a defensive style, it can be frustrating.
Yeah, it can be, but you have to make the adjustment. You're going to deal with styles like this. This is part of your education, part of your development to go up that boxing ladder. Now you have to find a way to get to him while he's being defensive. Still use your jab, you know, close that gap, put your punches together more, and start banging that body a little bit extra.
Teddy, this is one of those moments where you just wish you could pick up the phone and call up the world and say, tune in. Everybody should be watching this, right?
I have a cell phone. I might do that right now.
Start dialing. Good block by Mosley. Sugar Shane blocks that punch. Neither man slowing down as we have 60 seconds to go in this round. Leonard blocks that punch. Mosley able to block that punch. Shane Mosley's movement helped out there. He avoided that punch. End of the round here, and as I glance around ringside and look at the judges, I'm wondering what they're writing down, because that was a tough round to score.
Yeah, it was, and you know, it's the kind of round where one guy would be really smart to take a page out of the book of Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, where Leonard stole rounds at the end, where he just clipped off 30 seconds, and that's exactly what the judges remembered.
Good. Nice work. Listen, I want you to go downstairs, just upstairs, okay? Body to head. Let's see. Okay, you're doing good. You're doing good.
They start up again. Back to action here with another round. But who knows how much longer it'll last. This has been a completely one-sided fight. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Sugar Ray Leonard's been stunned. Shane Mosley's showing some real guts here. Hey, this fight was not going his way at all, but somehow he has gathered momentum.
Yeah, he behaved like a fighter. He got through the tough times, and now guess what? Good times in front of him.
Hitting his mark there, going upstairs. And now they're trading blows.
Keep moving.
Able to cover up that gut. What a fight. What a great, great, non-stop action fight this has been. To go in this round. Neither man has decided to slow down at all. Oh boy, what a round. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. The end to another very entertaining round in what has been a very entertaining fight. A fight where there's just bad intentions. The fight that just doesn't have the feel of a fight that's going to be a decision win for somebody. Looks like somebody's going to get stopped.
Right from the beginning, they've been fighting with desperation. Like going the decision, as you just touched on, has not been in their minds at all.
We got this. Last round is yours. You do this and keep your hands up. You got that? Okay. Good. Take a deep breath. Listen.
And this is the final round. 12 rounds going at you. And this is the final round. Round number 12 coming at you. Leonard blocks that punch. SRL getting rid of that punch. Sugar Ray blocks that punch. Blocks it away. Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. Mosley able to block that punch. Ray blocks that punch. Takes one, gives one. The right hand scores well. This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, when special events have happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. Needs to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshot. Able to cover up along the belt line. Blocks that one. Oh, he just misses with that headshot. And for the official judges' scores, let's send it up to the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight the judges have reached a unanimous decision. Your winner, Sugar Ray Leonard.
Sugar Ray Leonard is your winner by a unanimous decision.
Well, he started going to the body, and it paid off for him, and it paid off us. A good, solid fight.
It was indeed, and we're glad you were with us to witness it. For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. That does it ringside. We'll see you next time. Hi, everybody. I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas. Good evening and welcome to the MGM Grand here on the Vegas Strip in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada for a much-anticipated main event. Scheduled for 12 rounds in the middleweight division between Carlos Monzon and Sugar Ray Robinson. Carlos Monzon's ring walk, something special in the air. You can just sense it out of him. Sugar Ray Robinson's got his eye on the prize. He has complete focus on his ring walk here.
Fighting out of the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Carlos Monzon. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, Sugar Ray Robinson.
All right, guys, remember this. Obey my commands at all times. Now let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up.
Round 1 of 12.
How do you define consistency when you describe the fact that among this matchup you're looking for guys to be more consistent? Which guy's going to be more consistent? How do you define that?
Just in one area. When they get inside, for example, Joe, every once in a while somebody takes a little bit of a break. Yeah, there's working, but all of a sudden one guy's arm goes behind the other guy. I'm looking to see who keeps both hands free.
Good way to protect the midsection. Wow, is he defensively sound. Turned that hook over, but couldn't turn it into a connect. Halfway through this round. Took a shot. Now he gives a left.
Keep your head.
Oh, very nice. Smart counterpunch there.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You make the guy miss, you make him pay.
You know what I find interesting, Teddy? At the end of the last century, the Associated Press named Sugar Ray Robinson the greatest fighter of the 20th century. Keep in mind the 20th century was defined by superstar heavyweight champions. So for a welterweight and middleweight to take a title like that, that's extraordinary.
Yeah, it is extraordinary. Again, it speaks to not only the talent, but the kind of fighters he was fighting, how often he was fighting, the amount of fights he had, the way he went about it, and of course, his presence, his charisma. I mean, there was something that just shined about Sugar Ray Robinson, something that stood out about him, and of course, made him where people looked at him more than others, even when there was a lot of terrific fighters, obviously, to catch your attention.
And this round comes to an end. It is a round that was highly entertaining. These guys really put forth quite an effort.
Well, they both have high engines. They have motors that never stop going.
Jab, jab, throw. Throw to the body.
He boxes just like that. You're losing, you're going to take this one. Let's get on that swelling. Arm press on that.
Here we go. Round 2 is underway. Nice block. Nice block by Ray. Blocks the headshot. Sugar Ray turned pro at age 19 and ran his record at one point, Teddy, up to 128-1-2. What an incredible run. It was the type of run that just could never be done nowadays.
No, the first fighter to beat him was Jake LaMotta, and that was a very close fight. And just the incredible amateur background he had. He was undefeated. He was 85-0 as an amateur. So obviously he already understood several things. Technically he was solid. He had great talent, but he understood how to win.
Ray Robinson blocks that punch. Reaching the halfway mark of this round. Oh! Carlos Monzon's in a bad spot right now. He's been stunned. He's in bad shape. He does not look good at all. He could go down at any moment, Teddy.
Yeah, he wishes right now this was in an outdoor arena because maybe rain could come and stop it, because I don't know what else could help him right now.
He went from almost being knocked out to being right back in it. Good defensive skill. Blocks that punch. Final 10 seconds.
Keep moving.
So the round comes to its conclusion. And it's a round in which our man here, as he heads back, was really tagged pretty solid. So if you're the trainer in the corner, what's your approach?
Well, you know, that's a great question. My approach is that I have to remind him that he's on common ground. He's probably going to think he's in a place where he's never been before, but I'm going to remind him, hey, remember you got hurt in the gym? And then give him something to correct the problem. You know, tell him some technical things that he needs to hear.
Okay, you got that. Right.
So here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, he got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer to that so it doesn't happen again.
And you see he turned defense into offense, comes back with the counterpunch.
And that's exactly what he brings to the game. He makes you miss, he makes you pay, and he makes you think twice about throwing a punch later on.
Good block there by Sugar Ray Robinson. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Sugar Ray Robinson became the first boxer in history to win a world championship in the same division 5 different times. He did that when he beat Carmen Basilio in 1958 to get that middleweight title back.
And you have to remember, back in those days, these were full titles. You know, you didn't have the junior welterweight, you didn't have the junior middleweight and super middleweight. Otherwise, he would have won maybe 100 different weight classes. Of course, I'm exaggerating, but he did it when there were the pure, defined weight classes. He did it during a time when the greatest fighters, maybe in the history of the sport, were competing against each other.
Turns over the hook after turning away his opponent's shot. Throws a counter punch there.
Keep your hands up. Keep working the jab.
Good looking right hand after he got hit. Lands the counter. Carlos Monzon's strategy has been to control things on the outside, and the jab fits perfectly into it.
Yeah, what it's done is it's set up his defense. He's kept his opponent defensive, kept him off balance, off stride, and it's also set up his power shots whenever he's wanted to.
A hook for you and a hook right back. Coming to the end of this round. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, a round like that where it's a lot of busy activity and both guys being busy. When you were a trainer, are those the kind of rounds that you prefer, or do you like the pace to be a little slower? Does it depend on each guy?
No, if I have a fighter, I'd rather have a guy fighting a guy that you never see him. Leave me the heck alone. And where I'm in control all the time. But the fans love to see a fight like that.
Certainly don't stand in front of him. Let's get on that swelling. Get on the swelling.
Here we go with the 4th round.
Side to side. Up and down, side to side.
Good looking counter punch.
You know, boxing is a global sport. I think sometimes in North America we lose touch of that, but boxing is such a global sport, and every little region of the country defines its fighters differently, and the fighters are defined by where they come from.
Yeah, it really is. You know, sometimes if a fighter is from maybe a place where there's not many resources, then you're going to get a fighter who's a little cruder, and he's going to have to be more physical because, you know, he doesn't have the apparatuses in the gym where, you know, he can hit a double end ball, or, you know, he can be inclined to be a little bit more technical. And I think that you're influenced by those kind of things, by the lackings of certain benefits in somebody's background or preparation.
Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Halfway through round number 4. Acting like a fighter, coming back with the right hand after getting scored upon. Good block. Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand. Carlos Monzon's got a cut. It looks like it's below the eye on the cheek, but it's something that needs to be monitored.
Punch.
Sugar Ray Robinson with a block punch. Able to get away from that headshot with the block. Good looking counter punch. End of the round here, and as I glance around ringside and look at the judges, I'm wondering what they're writing down because that was a tough round to score.
Yeah, it was, and you know, it's the kind of round where one guy would be really smart to take a page out of the book of Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, where Leonard stole rounds at the end, where he just clipped off 30 seconds, and that's exactly what the judges remembered.
He certainly don't fight his fight. Jab, jab, jab. Listen, I'm not going to stand here and watch you take those shots. You understand?
Round number 5 has arrived. Very nice job landing that counter punch, getting away from one that was coming at him. Great pace to this fight, Teddy. These guys are not coming out of 5th gear. Nobody's slowing down.
No, they're fighting a 6th, 7th, and 8th gear.
But gives one. Good work by Sugar Ray Robinson. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one.
Don't stay in one spot, circle.
Blocks that belt line well. Teddy, this is one of those moments where you just wish you could pick up the phone and call up the world and say, tune in. Everybody should be watching this, right?
I have a cell phone. I might do that right now.
Start dialing. Still plenty of time to work here in round number 5. Minute and a half to go.
Double up the punch.
Use your feet.
Parries that punch away. Able to get away from that headshot with the block.
Defense, more defense.
Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. I would assume there has to come a point in this fight where he has to make the commitment to throw the power punches. It's hard to envision a way he's going to win this fight without going down that road.
He doesn't have the confidence to do it. I don't know if he's mentally strong enough to do it. I think he's worried about throwing hard at the guy because maybe in his mind that means the guy will throw hard back at him.
Well, as that round comes to an end, it gives us a moment to kind of reflect on this overall fight. Teddy, my thoughts are pretty clear-cut. This is the kind of fight that just takes on a personality of its own. This is an all-out war.
Yeah, this is kind of like watching a guy who's not on a budget. You know, he's spending with both hands. You know, when he goes home, he's going to have no money in his pockets. And when this fight is over, these guys are going to have nothing left in the gas tank, and it's probably not going to a decision.
Okay? One, two.
Don't give him a chance to set his feet to get any punches off.
Another round underway, but how many more will we see? You get the sense this fight could be heading towards a stoppage. Good counter punch. Throws a counter punch there. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Able to defend and then go on the offensive. They trade shots. He comes back with a right hand. Able to counter that attack. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Sugar Ray Robinson. Halfway through what is one of the best rounds you'll ever see. Just great action.
No, it's unbelievable. I mean, if you love roller coasters, you go to an amusement park. If you want to see left hooks, right hands, every direction, great chins, great endurance, great heart, you come to this fight. You stay right here.
Some fine fundamentals. Good counter punch.
Nice mousetrap there. He let him in beautifully. He didn't use G's. He used distance.
Not what he was looking for. That's a miss right there by Sugar Ray Robinson. Sugar Ray Robinson's box is not going to the body at all. He'd be so well served to do it, though, Teddy.
Yeah, but his opponent doesn't want him to. So, you know, he doesn't want to go against what his opponent doesn't want him to do. Because his opponent would love him to keep going to the head because, you know, he can see those coming. He can move and avoid them. Body shots, you know, your head moves, but your body doesn't.
How about that exchange? Good block by Ray. Last 10 seconds. We come to the end of this round. Teddy, a round in which maybe a lot of trainers don't like to see because it was a very busy round for both guys.
Well, it depends what kind of style, what kind of strength your fighter has, or even what kind of weaknesses. If I had a guy who likes to box, who likes to counterpunch, I want a guy coming at him. Not with a lot of TNT in his gloves, but coming forward where my guy is well suited. He can pick him off a little bit.
You heard it. Keep on it.
Well, the ability to adapt, so important. Who can make the changes now as we're halfway through this scheduled 12-rounder? Nice block. Carlos Monzon's got to deal with a cut on his cheek right now. The good news is it's below the eye, but still, it could get nasty as the fight progresses. Protecting his head well with his guard. Very accurate work with the hook there after fine defense. That's a good block by Sugar Ray Robinson. Carlos Monzon's able to avoid that punch. Good way to protect the midsection. At the halfway point of round 7. A headshot blocked. Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both guys giving their all back and forth.
It doesn't get much better.
Carlos Monzon's proving to be elusive. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Wow, look at that, trading shots. Able to dismiss it. Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. Great movement to get away from those punches.
You're okay, don't worry. You're doing fine. I need you to move your head more, side to side. Let's work on that swelling.
Don't fight his fight. Jab and move. Nice one. That was good. You have this one.
They are back to action here, but that action has only favored one man. Completely one-sided. Hard to see the scorecards coming into play here with how dominating he's been. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Sugar Ray Robinson's coming up with the answers, avoiding that punch. Wow, is he defensively sound. Oh, very nice. Smart counter punch there.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You make the guy miss, you make him pay.
Good job protecting himself. Parries that punch away. There it is! Sugar Ray Robinson stunned, and he is hurt. Wow! Sugar Ray Robinson's dealing with a knockdown now. He's got to find something within himself now to fight back.
One, two, three, four, five.
Ray Robinson goes down, and now he's rising to his feet. Teddy, how do you think he'll react to this?
The way that Sugar Ray Robinson and a man named Sugar would react. He'll get himself together, he'll survive, kill a little time, and get back to finding a weakness in his opponent.
Wow, just sit back and enjoy this one. You can tell both guys are so determined to give everything they have here tonight.
So it's like the first time you heard Ray Charles sing God Bless America. You knew it was special. You knew you hadn't heard it before. I haven't seen anything like this before.
Protect yourself. Jab, jab, use the jab.
Good looking counter punch. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Carlos Monzon. He missed with that headshot. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Sugar Ray Robinson's got to deal with a cut cheek. End of the round. So he scores the knockdown and now heads back to his corner. Teddy, do you ever have to calm a guy down after he scored a knockdown?
That's a really great point, because a lot of times that can be the turning point, but not for your guy that scored the knockdown, for the other guy, because sometimes when you score a knockdown, you start to think it's going to be an easy night, and you forget what you knew when you came in, that it wasn't going to be an easy night. You're going to have to bring all the tools out of the tool shed, and it's important to remember that.
Just focus on the fight. We'll take care of this.
Another round. Will it go in another one-way direction? It's been a one-sided fight so far tonight. Blocks that punch.
Lead it to the
Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Ray Robinson blocks that punch. Blocks that punch. The counter. One minute to go in a round that feels like an all-time classic. Punch for punch, they're meeting each other. A headshot blocked. Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. Carlos Monzon's whiffing there. A big, wide, sweeping shot. I mean, perfect to counter against.
Yes, it is, and you know it's only a matter of time. You know, that goes into the old computer, the old brain, where the guy remembers that, and the next time he's going to capitalize on it.
Good block by Sugar Ray Robinson. I don't know, Teddy. It just feels like one of those nights, one of those fights where somebody's getting hurt, where this is not going to the judges' scorecards.
I feel like I'm in Coney Island watching one of those hot dog eating contests where somebody's going to try to eat 50 of them, 60 of them. In other words, he's not worried how he's going to feel at the end of the night.
That was good. You took a lot out of that round. Keep that up. We'll take care of the swelling. Just focus on the fight and we'll take care of the swelling.
Back to action now. We're underway in what has been a completely one-sided fight. You get the sense this one may not go the distance. Back and forth they go, each man getting the best of it. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Good way to protect the midsection. Counters with a power shot. He has reached that point in the fight where his only chance is to cash in and hit lotto here. He needs that grand slam, that big knockout punch, doesn't he?
Yeah, and he doesn't have a pen in his hand where he can fill out the numbers, but he does have a couple fists. And what he's going to have to do is find a specific place to aim a shot. Look for one moment, one spot.
What a fight. What a great, great, non-stop action fight this has been. Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand.
Use your feet.
Keeping his hands up, getting way of his opponent's effort. Nice block by Ray. Carlos Monzon's making for a very inviting target right now. That cut is much worse than it was just moments ago.
What he has to do is he's got to be elusive right now. He's got to get on his horse a little bit and give those medicines that were put into the cut a chance to work a little bit, but also he's got to slow his opponent down. Catch him with something so he doesn't keep going after that eye.
Good defensive skill with the block by Sugar Ray Robinson. Coming to the end of this round. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, a round like that where it's a lot of busy activity and both guys being busy. When you were a trainer, are those the kind of rounds that you prefer, or do you like the pace to be a little slower? Does it depend on each guy?
No, if I have a fight, I'd rather have a guy fighting a guy that you never see him. Leave me the heck alone. And where I'm in control all the time. But the fans love to see a fight like that.
Can work on that cut? No. The cut's not. Don't worry about it. You need to cover up for it, okay? You're leaving yourself open too much. Cover up.
Another round underway, but how many more will we see? You get the sense this fight could be heading towards a stoppage. Good block. Back and forth exchange. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. Sugar Ray Robinson's defense did a good job there, able to avoid that punch.
Lead it to the punch.
Good job staying away from the danger there. Needs to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshot. Dismisses his opponent's headshot. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Sugar Ray, a good block. Solid right hands headline that exchange. The twists and turns and the non-stop battle. It continues on as we've reached the 1 minute mark to go. Way to block there. Tried the hook, didn't get it. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Sugar Ray Robinson's showing that he's got some defense of his own. He got away from that punch. Not able to connect with the uppercut. Able to get rid of that one. End of the round here, and as I glance around ringside and look at the judges, I'm wondering what they're writing down, because that was a tough round to score.
Yeah, it was, and you know, it's the kind of round where one guy would be really smart to take a page out of the book of Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, where Leonard stole rounds at the end, where he just clipped off 30 seconds, and that's exactly what the judges remembered.
Listen, he's gonna get desperate here. He's gonna come forward now because he has to. Because nothing. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of the cut.
12th and final round. Sugar Ray Robinson's got a way of just getting away from that punch. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. Protecting his head well with his guard. One hook deserves another. Wow. What a good counterpunch by Ray. Oh, very nice, smart counterpunch there.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You make the guy miss, you make him pay.
Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
Joe, you remember the time you were on a vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
Sugar Ray, a good block. He returns the favor with an uppercut. Dismisses his opponent's headshot. 60 seconds to go in what has been a toe-to-toe war. Oh, what a great round. Way to block there. Good defensive skill. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Sugar Ray Robinson. Gets rid of that effort. Well, which way did it go? That is the question everybody wants the answer to. The man with the answer is standing in the ring, and here he is. Carlos Monzon's your winner by unanimous decision. All three judges giving it to him.
I didn't agree with the judges completely, but they got the right guy winning.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. That does it ringside. We'll see you next time at the fights.
This is what you train for. This is what you came for.